As a farmer and an agronomist, and now I'm fortunate enough to have a family of my own, I often spend a lot of my time thinking about what can we do to improve our land, be profitable, and try to be sustainable at the same time. And right now, I often think a lot about that buy local concept, which I love the concept behind that, because the amount of products that are exported and imported throughout the world, there's all those extra added costs, and it seems significantly unnecessary. Obviously, there's certain things that we have to import and export, but when there's options like a local source of gypsum right here, manufactured in Canada, how can I say to my consumers, I want them to buy local, I want them to buy Canadian products, I want them to buy craft beer that's made here in Braden, Alberta. I want them to buy flour that is from wheat that's grown right here on the prairies, and yet turn around and buy imported fertilizer when I've got local sources that are Canadian. And so I think that GypRich, as a Canadian source of calcium and sulfur, is a fantastic opportunity that meets a lot of demands that our consumers want right now. For example, we need to mitigate nitrogen losses. That's something that our consumers are concerned about. And whether we agree with our consumer or not, there's a good saying I was told when I first started working in ag retail, is that the customer is always right. There is no questions. There was nothing after that. The customer is always right. And so if the consumers that we're working with want us to improve our practices, to try to be sustainable, to try to take care of the soil, I think we need to look at the practices that we're doing on our farm. We need to think outside the box if we can, and think of ways to select products that are like gypsum. And I'm quite passionate about gypsum because I think it facilitates a lot of things that we're trying to achieve across a lot of farms. And myself, when I think about what I want our farm to be in the future, I want to improve the soil by, on my farm in particular, I have low pH soils, low calcium levels, and then I have high sodium zones that I'd like to try to manage. Gypsum has a great fit for there. It's something that supplies my canola with sulfur. It's something that provides my soil with a source of calcium, and it's local. It can be trucked right to my yard. And I think that there's a lot of benefit there when it comes to the sustainable side of things. If I'm improving my soil, I'm improving the potential yield that my soil can produce. And I'm also hopefully doing something for the next generation on our farm, trying to instill, not only by talking about what I can do to improve the soil, but hopefully measurably show my next generation that this is what our soil samples said for our calcium levels when I first started farming. And then in 10, 20 years, I can show them that hopefully we've moved our pH up. We've improved our calcium. We've improved our organic matter. We've diversified our crop rotation. We've started a sodium management program. And I think that there's just a good story to be told about gypsum that a lot of farmers are interested in for improving our farm, that we need to also tell the consumer that we do think about these things. We do care about the next generation. We do care about the sustainability of our soil. And that's one of the main reasons I've been passionate about gypsum, is because I think that it's a product that facilitates a lot of benefits for the environment, for the consumer, and for the farm that I haven't come across many other products that are that beneficial. And not only that beneficial, but that easy to switch to and implement into your farming program.